What's up guys, Tiramani, bringing you a brand new video for today, and today's video, as you can see from the video title, is the second round of the Apex Online Racing League Season 13 Championship, arriving at the Bahrain Grand Prix. And after the back of a pretty respectable positive weekend in Melbourne, getting a podium from P15 on the grid, the confidence was high going into a track that I'm familiar with. Hopefully we can fight at the real sharp end and give the Mercedes boys, who are on fire this weekend, a hard time. So before this video starts, I just want to say, a massive thank you for 2,000 subscribers. It's really welcoming knowing I've got really good support despite the delay in videos. So yeah, thank you for that. So here we are at Sakhir, the Bahrain Grand Prix, 5.4 kilometers, 15 turns, and yeah, like I said, arriving this weekend, I was really hyped up, really wanting to possibly fight for the win. In previous leagues and previous seasons, I've done really well around here. I think I won twice in the Tier Mundo League and twice in AOR S13, so the goal was to win, not gonna lie. I know it's tough to say that in an AOR S13 league. Drivers like, like the Mercedes and the, Streets, but yeah, I have to win. If I want any chance of winning a championship in this league, the goal was to beat Finn and Cupid. Because obviously I've got wheel tracks coming up like Monaco and Montreal where I know I'm going to struggle to score points. I really need to maximise the results on tracks I'm familiar with, tracks I'm strong around. It's going to be tough. The slipstream is pretty powerful, there's no turbulent air, which is just phenomenal, but anyway, let's see what we can do. See, we are in qualifying at the start of the session, and as always in all my highlights, I'll be including my setup on all the tracks I compete in, and this setup worked incredibly well in the race. It was really focused on race and tyre management, as tyre management was a huge factor on this racetrack. I was not really particularly interested in trying to make the ultimate fast-paced race car, because obviously the slipstream is powerful. So again, the high downforce, very low tyre pressures in the rear. For me it worked incredibly well in the race. So the aim was to sort of try and qualify as high position as possible, because obviously my raw speed was compromised, but nevertheless the car was working really well all weekend. So here we are at the start of the session, and the aim was to just get as many laps in as possible. Obviously Australia only had one lap and I screwed it up and started 15th. But here we are on the soft tyre, going across the line now, and we set a 1:30.2 on the soft tyre, laying down the marker for the rest of the field, and yeah, that's a really good time for the soft tyre. And despite running the high downforce, the car was working really well in qualifying. However, in the race, you really want to be starting on the super softs. The option is there to start on softs, but I don't think the advantage is significant in comparison to other tracks. So as you can see, the 600ths of a second faster than the Flying Finn, very, very close once again here in Bahrain between me and him. Surprised me impressing in third place, but as I said, these times are really quite irrelevant at the moment, as drivers will be looking to qualify on the super soft tyre and qualify at the sharp end of the grid. See, we are out on track now on the super soft tyre. Our first run on these super softs, and like I said, the 30.2 was good on the softs, but if we were to retire, it would probably put us outside the top 10, so not ideal. So we need to improve and execute a clean lap around this Bahrain circuit. Turn 1, reasonable. We've got a tight line to turn 2 though, which has compromised our exit a little bit. We've got some traffic there as well, but not getting our way nicely. Turn 3, bring us to the left hand side. As soon as the 100 metre pod is out of your peripheral vision, brake, turn in, and we missed the apex, which is just good. Got traffic again down here on the left hand side there. A little bit of wheel spin on the exit there. Middle sector, this is where the Red Bull comes alive in this high downforce. Missed the apex slightly, but again, good stability mid-apex there. Braking a straight line down into first gear, clipped a little bit too much curve there. Again, more traffic, and Flying Finn has set the fastest out at 29.5, which is already quarter of a second faster than last season's post, so lap times are a lot quicker this weekend. And the cars aren't faster, it's not like real life F1, it's just the drivers are more confident, and they find better setups and just confidence on the game. Middle sector now in the high speed corners, and again we've got more traffic at the back end dancing about there, too much curve on the inside there, and set up the car despite the downforce. And into this last now, breaking a straight line and get a very late apex. Missed it again slightly, Jason, and I don't think that compromised us too much. And towards this last corner, we really need to nail this last sector, as they're a little bit slow on the straight line, but nevertheless clipping the curve nicely there. Again, a fantastic traction. Driving towards the line now, can we challenge the pole position? And I don't know, because I haven't got the hood on. It's P3 at 29.6, a tenth off the benchmark, which is TSR Cupid, eyeing his second consecutive pole position in the Season 13 Championship. So it's clear once again the Mercedes are looking very, very strong, but a 10th in qualifying, pretty happy with that for the time being. So, and this is with 13 seconds to go, and unfortunately, as you saw, that was my full lap. So that means that was an actual lap. I didn't improve on my second run, but someone has, and his name is AOR S13. He goes fastest on a 29.4, which is a really quick lap. And unfortunately, we did not improve. We only improved by 100th of a second. So at least fourth on the grid. We've got a few drivers start there on circuit. Let's see where 29.6 puts us on the grid. So looking at the classifications, it is P4 for us on the grid, a very solid performance, but it is AOR S13, the Frenchman, demonstrating his one lap pace once again, who takes another pole position in AOR. The championship leader Flying Finn secures another front row start in his second race in the Season 13 Championship. Cupid in P3, so the Mercedes at the sharp end of the grid. Sierra Hamilton in P5 on his return to the AOR leagues, with his teammates surprised me, impressing once again in his debut season. STS F1 Alonso, Mike Marshmallow, Jason and Tiara Limitless in 10th place. So as you can see, the lap times are looking pretty close at the moment. And looking down the grid in there, like I said at the start of the session, every driver opting for the super soft tyre, apart from Marcus Ericsson, which is interesting. He's actually CRMR, he lagged out unfortunately in qualifying. So P4, race pace looking handy, pace looking close, it's going to be a cracker. Let's see what we can do. So here we are, the lights are about to come out now, we're on the second row of the grid. Let's see if we can get a good clean start and try and win this race. So, and we're here. A very good initial launch, and we're already alongside Cupid. Finn's attacking Streets on the right hand side. Streets actually sticking to the racing line. Can we make a move down to turn 1? We find the apex. Streets actually understeers wide. He's off onto the AstroTurf. It's a Mercedes 1-2 here. Round the outside of Streets. We're on the curb. It's going to compromise our exit all the way up this hill. And do we have to go defensive? I don't think so. Brake as late as we can. Almost hitting the back of TSR Cupid. So, Flying Finn leads, the championship leader, has got his rear gunner TSR Cupid in second place. But nevertheless, I'm really happy with this. No damage at the moment to our front wing. Like I said, the front wing is your best friend on this game. If you have any damage, regardless how minor or major it is, it ruins your race. So, job done at the moment. So, yeah, I was feeling confident right now. My pace, in terms of competitiveness, was literally on par with Finn, in my opinion, in clear air. And obviously with this game, the slipstream, there's little turbulent air. He just gained straight line speed, so it was pretty comfortable really to try and keep up with these guys. But obviously at the start of the race, the nerves are kicking in now, and Finn and Cupid look like they've cemented a decent lead at the moment. And towards this last set down, where the straight should allow us to close up. Again, down to standard fuel mixer, short shifting. Again, you know, this race, it's all about tyre management, particularly in this first initial super soft stage. The pace at the end of a stint is more crucial than it is at the start of the stint. You know, if you look after those tyres towards the end of the super soft stint, then you're going to be in good shape. We'll miss the apex slightly, and I believe Strees will be looking to gain back. He'll be quite frustrated after losing his pole position. Down turn 1, Streets goes up the inside. We're going to have to give him space. We could be in trouble here. He finds the apex with a hand around the outside, side by side, down towards turn 2. We slam the door shut. And he's going to be quite frustrated with that. He's probably going to have a look up down to turn 3. But we can break so late in this Red Bull. And we managed to fend him off today. So, getting towards that initial stage in the race where the DRS is going to be activated in the lap. Cuba misses the apex slightly. So, yeah, the aim was to just push now, get the DRS, and try and cement a good position heading towards the medium stints of the race. So lap 5, again, look at those tyres, very comfortable. So again, in this initial stage of the race, not really pushing that hard, you know, not on the ragged edge, I'm not really focusing on attack, you know, really focusing on those tyres. And Finn still looks like he's got a good lead, but at this point in the race, Cupid was looking a little bit vulnerable. The problem was also he was lagging a bit. Again, look at the speed he's carrying through, and quite a late apex, he gets a good exit. But for me, going into the pit stop window, it was either 2 mediums, ping on lap 5 and 17, or extending the stint to 6, medium then softs. Seeing Cupid lag and seeing the lack of, sorry, he was a little bit uncompetitive in terms of pace comparison to Finn at this stage in the race, I decided just to follow Finn and just pit on lap 6. Look at those tyres, we are looking very, very comfortable on those rear tyres. And drivers were complaining all weekend about this particular lap on lap 6. The tyres really struggling, or people almost getting punctures as well. But for me, you know, Cupid's paid. For me, I can just gun it. My aim was to just absolutely gun it and try and put pressure on Finn and try to minimise the undercut that Cupid has. So lap 6, we've got flexibility with the strategy. We can either do medium or medium soft. So let's see what we can do. Behind towards the last sector in lap 6. You can see we're catching Finn hand over fist. Looks like he's struggling with his tyres, or he's just being really cautious. You know, last season he got a puncture. So, oh, speaking of a puncture, there it is! Unbelievable! The Flying Finn has suffered another puncture here in Bahrain. A huge moment in this race. The race leader, the championship leader, has suffered a puncture. And you can look in the mirror, look at how much time he's losing. Unbelievable, and surely that is him out of the equation for the win of this race, and it's now potentially a 1v1 between me and his sister team at TSR Cupid. So, heading towards the pit lane now, and look at the speed those mechanics. A 1.8 second pit stop. It's all falling into play now on lap 7 here. Been getting that puncture. I don't know if he pushed too hard. He was driving really cautious in lap 6. It's really bizarre. And come out the pit lane now with a 1.7 pit stop. Where is Cupid? He's behind us. We've managed to overcut TSR Cupid. That pace and the super soft tyre, the pit stop, and wow. And you can see we're just, I don't know if he's got DRS, but huge moment in this race, huge moment. And now I've got a pack of cars in front, you can see on the mini-map. And yeah, unbelievable scenes here as we enter lap 7. Here we are on lap 9, so as we said before, we've got a pack of cars in front which could be crucial in our attempts to pull away from Cupid. As you can see on the mini-map, we actually are pulling away from Cupid these past few laps. The pit race pace is looking pretty strong. However, we've got a pack of cars in front. We need to overtake these cars wisely. We need to overtake these cars and execute it with ease. And up the inside down towards turn 4, we had to make that move and not losing too much time. That is the crucial point. We need to overtake these cars and not lose too much time. And we did so on, I think that was WCR Kubica, who is IRL Giovinazzi. And we've got a William, we've got a Haas, a Manor and a Toro Rosso in front. Yeah, we are much faster than these guys, much faster on these fresh tyres, so again being very cautious under braking here. Learning from season 12, remember your front wing is your best friend. You do not want to become steaming in there using the grip, especially when the drivers are going a lot slower. It looks like Stu is struggling for massive chronic understeer. You've got an orange front wing, 6 skills goes up the inside, and we're going to try and take the pair of them here down towards the back straight. And you might think we've got the DRS coming up, but surely the traction, we get good traction, good purchase at the last corner, we might be able to clear them. And towards this last corner, oh no, that's a bit of understeer, we ran wide into the curb, compromise our exit. And where is Cupid? We're looking for Cupid, there he is, Cupid. Stu pits, we're trying to give 6 skills a slipstream, but Cupid tars past him. He's in the slipstream, so Cupid is on the rampage. Look at the straight line speed of that Mercedes. He's flown past, he's up the inside, can we hand it round the outside? Cupid says, no chance mate. And he's up into provisional P1, so that mistake on the last corner, I should have waited. I was really frustrating myself. I should have possibly waited for the DRS and passed the pair of them with ease, but compromising our exit, bunching the field up, allowed Cupid to catch up. And the straight line speed this kid has is unbelievable. I know we run 7.6 wings. It's clear that drivers are opting for different setups, different sort of characteristics in their cars to sort of how they suit the driving style or how they want to approach the race. But Cupid, again, we're not really exactly tearing past him on the straights. However, up the inside, we've now got a car in front of us, and I was thinking, can we use that to our advantage? Can we use a DRS and overtake him in a spot where compromises Cupid? That was the aim anyway, but Cupid running that low downforce setup, Cupid being naturally very fast, it's gonna be tricky to sort of fend him off. But unfortunately we have not been able to execute a clean pass on Danny at the moment. And look at the straight line speed, it is an absolute rocket ship, that Mercedes in the straight line. We get past Danny, and it's looking like it could potentially be going down to the wireless race. The slipstream and turbulent air, well, slipstream being powerful and turbulent air being non-existent. As we enter the first sector on lap 12, and oh, no we're not, we're onto the main straight, onto lap 30 in the slipstream now, Cupid. Can we go up the inside? Yes we can. Again, that's what I was speaking about, the lag. And Cupid again goes up the inside again, down towards turn 1, and we managed to make that stick. So I'm not sure what position we're in at the moment, but it's provisional first obviously, but we've got some drivers still need to pit, and I'm not sure where Strees is. Strees was in the pack. I don't think he got a puncture, so I'm not sure. He maybe had trouble. Cupid goes up the inside, down towards turn 2. There's contact. Hands are waving, wheels are spinning, and we almost make contact in the secondary traction phase. We're side by side down towards turn 4, and Cupid goes up the inside. Again, very late on the brakes, using that low downforce. Allow him to get on the side, but we're going to show aggression. We're going to go right up the inside. You're going to dive on me, I'm going to dive bomb you. And that's what you got to do really against drivers like Cupid. You know, you got to show aggression. You got to say, I'm not going to take that. Cupid goes up the inside, down towards the downhill left-hand. There's been contact again. And I gave him room. I saw him coming. I straightened up my steering wheel. I wasn't looking for an apex at that point. And Cupid has compromised his exit. And at this point, I was like, right, gun it. We've got a gap now. Cupid, I'm not sure why he tried to go up the inside, down that left-hand there, but again, I think he may be a bit miffed of me going up his inside down towards turn, is it 7? But lap 15 now, looks like we've got a little bit of a gap to Cupid. I think he's out of DRS, this could be a critical point of the race. Cupid pits on lap 16. So I assume he's going to the end on medium tyres, so he's doing a medium, but again, that's really early. I was quite surprised at that. And we're going to be pitting early if we keep Mario karting at turn 1. But yeah, really early for Cupid, so he's going to be struggling on tyres towards the end of the race. Our tyres are looking pretty handy. And like I said at the start of the race, we've got an option here. We can either go to lap 19, pit the softs, and be ultra fast towards the end. But that's going to allow Cupid to get an undercut. Or we can play it safe, pit on the following lap, or following 2 laps and go for mediums. And as you can see, we're going to pit for mediums. So hopefully we can get into a pit stop like 1.8 seconds. The average pit stop is 2.9 seconds, so Red Bull mechanics are on form today. 2.2, fucking travesty. But Cupid is now in P6, I think. So where is he? He's had 2 lap fresher mediums. Can he get out in front of us? Looking at me up, there he is. And again we managed to come out the pit lane in front of Cupid. And Cupid, I think he was battling with Mike Marshmallow. Both of them getting through there nicely, which is quite surprising considering they've had incidents in the past in other leagues. But yeah, 18 laps to go. Well, 11 laps to go. And we're currently in provisional first once again. But as you know, Cupid, in our slipstream, using that low drag setup, as something allowing him to keep up with me. As we enter lap 19 now, again, you know, car in front. I was thinking, can we possibly make a move in the middle sector and get a gap between me and Cupid? But look at the straight line speed, he's closing, look at left hand mirror. He goes up the inside, down towards turn 1. It looks like Cupid has the same idea. And oh my goodness me, comes straight across us. And oh my days, look at the traction Cupid's getting. Almost made contact again in that secondary traction phase. Very intense here as Cupid is looking very feisty here. Up the inside again, down towards turn 3. He leaves a space, fair play. Using the off track to avoid contact. He's up the inside, down towards turn, is it 4 or 5? Can we make him move up the inside, down towards turn 7? No, we cannot. And so yeah, it is going down for wireless, no doubt about it. And Cupid looking pretty handy despite running a low downforce setup. And again on lap 20 now, and Shock, a DRS pass on F1 2016. Again, there's the lag, and almost that could have easily have sent me flying off head first into a concrete barrier. But thankfully we get away with that nicely. And again, we're battling, and you can see Burnout F1. I don't know if he's on mediums, but he's actually pulling away. So this battling is really costing us a lot of time. As we're going to cover the inside line this time. And oh no, look at the arrow, Keeper's gone for a switchback. And that is a pretty impressive move from Cupid. We have a side by side. I'm going to play it safe, playing a long game. I have no real interest in going absolutely ham with the battling. As soon as I say that, we're going to go up the inside again. Side by side, we give him space on the outside line. Cupid gets good traction and purchase. And he's back up into provisional first place. And towards lap 21, and again, a DRS pass. Is it? I'm not sure. Look at that. He's in clear air without DRS, and we're barely getting alongside him. So I'm really interested to see what aero he was running this race, but it's certainly not 7.6 by any stretch of the imagination. And we're up into first, provisional first once again. I was just trying to catch up to Burnout and pass him in a crucial space and get a gap between myself and Cupid. Lap 22 now. Cupid with the DRS. He's going up the inside, down towards this left-hander. He's just understeered us off the racetrack. Unbelievable. So, yeah, that was a bit... I don't know why he's gone up the inside there. We've got a DRS going up, but, yeah, Cupid misjudging that quite badly. And, he's actually pulling over to the right-hand side there. So, fair play to him. Not many drivers actually do that, but rather cunningly, he's let us past just before the DRS detection point. So we're going to try and make it hard for him, trying to cover the inside line, giving us tyres. Like, there's contact on the mid straight! As we think we need to hit the reset button after that. Wow, that was not part of the plan. And, unbelievable controversy here in Bahrain. So the main aim there, what I was trying to do, is make him go as tight as possible into turn 1, covering that inside line to compromise his entry and exit. But I just simply misjudged where he was, and I left the cars with a space, but you can see the right mirror. I cannot see anything in that right mirror. Unfortunately, we made contact, so apologies to Cupid. Very reminiscent of Schumacher and Barrichello at Hungary, but yeah, once again, apologies for that. So we're in provisional third. Burnout F1 still hasn't yet to make his pit stop, well, second pit stop. But we've got Cupid in front, and you can see on the mini-map, that is actually the flying Finn. The man who got a puncture is starting to close the gap, and as you can see, Cupid is, I don't know if he's lifting off there, but it looked quite suspicious, having to lift off the throttle when I'm behind him. So the flying Finn, after all his battling, has caught up the back of us despite having that puncture. So now it's starting to make sense, and now I started to sort of see what was going on here. Cupid was actively trying to hold me up to back me into his teammate, the flying Finn, and obviously those two are teammates this season. And obviously Cupid, it would be ideal to have his teammate right up there to disrupt my race and to cost me my chance of a victory here. The problem is that I can't pull away from him because he gets such a good exit out of turn 2. Obviously positioning his car nicely without that turbulent air and the low drag, and he just gets that's a really nice cutback, to be fair, from Cupid down towards turn 3 side by side, down towards turn 4, and he's up the inside, and trying to hand it round the outside, but again, honestly, I was getting really frustrated now because I knew what was going on here, and potentially the flying Finn, despite the puncture, could actually win this race, and he's in the pound seats, to be fair. He's got the DRS on us now, and Cupid on very old medium tyres is going to struggle towards the end of the race, and he's clearly, obviously, I think he's got pace in the tank, because he's obviously, you know, he can keep on me easily, but when he's out in the lead, he's not utilising his pace. I don't know if he's just saving his tyres as well as that, but so at this point it was like, right, I simply have to make a move here, up the inside. But as we've seen throughout the race, Cupid very strong out of turn 2, and it goes up the inside down towards turn 1, and he makes it stick, but we've got a good switchback, and now we simply have to make a move here around the outside, very committed, very aggressive, and we're up back into first place. Now we've got the two Mercedes locked right behind us. We've got to go defensive, middle of the track. Cupid tries to go up the inside this time, and it's not paid off. Maybe he should have gone around the outside, because it's worked out so well for him. So now, as you can see, we've lost the arrow. Now it is simply just gun it, 100% committed now. Forget the tyres. This is now a powerful win here. And obviously Cupid on those, he pitted on lap 15, so his tyres are going to be in tough shape. We've got the flying Finn all at the back of him. So now we're going to make a move here. See, into rich fuel mixture in the middle of the sector. We do not give a damn about the tyres. And there it is, confirmation. TSR Cupid pulls over and lets the flying Finn through. So as you go down to second gear through, I lost the back end, and that is due to my triggers. I use my triggers to change gear, and they're quite sensitive. So it looks like the flying Finn potentially could have DRS on us. So we've overcome one obstacle of one Mercedes, and now I've got the second silver arrow right on our tail. As we've seen throughout the race, the DRS is very powerful, and you got drivers like the flying Finn behind you. You know, it's literally giving him an extra 5 or 6 miles an hour. It's impossible to shake him off. So again, it's going down to the wire, but this time it is with the sister teammate of Cupid, the flying Finn. And yeah, at this point I was quite pissed off. how this situation's unfolded, to how, you know, the Flying Finn is now leading the race, the championship leader, the man who I want to beat in this race, who had the puncture at the start of the race, is now in first place. I was just like, I was not happy how this all unfolded. So I was really determined to win this race. See if I sent to last, I'm not really making a little lunge there, and that could have backfired horrifically. But yeah, at this point, I was thinking, how am I going to win this race? What is the best position for us to be in order to win this race? And I decided to be the car behind for the last lap, because you know the slipstream DRS is so powerful. So I sort of planned my move to make the move on the last lap and maintain position down towards the middle sector and the final sector. And Finn has anticipated, and here we go. We simply have to make the move here down towards turn 1. He opens a car's grip of space on the inside. We're going to go get the inside. This is where we want to be, the inside line down towards turn 1. Can we make it stick? We've got to be very late on the brakes. We're squeezing onto the curb. We're side by side down towards turn 2. Finn up the inside. We give him space. And we're now up the hill. Drag race up the hill. We lost the back end slightly there. And turn 3, Cupid has schooled us past few occasions here. So I was really determined trying to work out how I'm going to cope with this. And we're going to go in deep. Finn tries to run outside pass this time. And it doesn't pay off for him. So as you see on the minimap, Cupid's looking after his tyres. He's in ultra sort of conservative mode, so he's now a 1v1 for the victory, and towards the middle and last sector. We've got track position, but obviously there's still an opportunity to overtake a Finn down the last sector. And at this point, it's just you gotta keep your composure. It's all about hitting those breaker points, find those apexes, and we're on the same set of tyres. Remember, Finn paid for mediums on the same lap as us, so we've got similar grip levels. It's purely down to composure. Get another downshift there to compromise our drive, and towards the last sector now. And Finn is eyeing an opportunity here. He goes up the inside, the second to last corner. We anticipate it, switch back, get a good exit, and now the last sector of the final corner of the last lap of the race. Who is going to win the Bahrain Grand Prix? We go ultra defensive on the inside line, and all we can do here is get it slowed down, park it on the apex, and gun for glory. Finn's going to switch back. Finn's going to switch back. Who's going to win the Bahrain Grand Prix? It's going to be a drag race to the line. It is us. By less than a tenth of a second. So there we have it, race classifications. We managed to take the victory by 0.08 of a second. And ahead of the Flying Finn. I'm quite surprised to be saying that. I thought it would be TSR Keeper to the end, but obviously he was trying to hold me up and help the Flying Finn. I believe the reason for this is not because he is going to play a second drive to Finn. You know, he'll never do that, he's an AOR champion. I believe it was because he felt he was at fault with Finn's puncture. There was a bit of miscommunication between the two teammates. And yeah, he felt guilty regarding Finn's puncture because Finn planned to go on lap 5. So hopefully that was just a one-off. I think if that was going to occur every race, then I mean, it's going to be tough. But anyway, we got the 25 points in the end. We take the victory. Flying Finn second, TSR Cupid in third, Jason in fourth, the second consecutive fourth place finish for Renault. Burnout F1 driver of the day for me, 18th on the grid up into P5. Strees, Mike Marshmallow, Danny, CR Hamilton, STS S1, F1 Alonso, complete the top 10. So yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I believe we're 3 points behind the Flying Finn in the championship, but yeah, championship's gonna be tough, not gonna lie. As you saw from that race, you know, them two really pushed us to our limit, and obviously we've got some difficult tracks coming up. But China next should be a good race. Pace is looking strong. So hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys for the Chinese Grand Prix. Cheers.